What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today, well, yesterday actually, I grabbed this Curls Unleashed Color Blast. It's a temporary hair makeup wax, and the shade that I got is Dragon Fruit. Okay, so I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about these, and you know I like to have fun with my dreads. So I heard a lot of mixed reviews about this product, and I want to go in today and experiment with it. Now, some of the things that I read up on is that if you saturate your hair with this, it needs to dry. And I don't have a dryer. It's summertime, there's tons of humidity in the air. So what I'm gonna probably do is give this a shot on a few dreads and see if it dries throughout the day up until tomorrow, and try to see how long it takes to dry. If it doesn't dry properly and you saturate your entire hair with this product, from what I've read, it can get really messy, and I don't want that. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe I will do like a couple up here at the top. I'm gonna grab my mirror, and we're going to just grab a couple of dreads and then see what we get. Get the focus on, y'all. There we go. So it looks like this. We're going to get into this. We're gonna clip my hair out the way, and I'm gonna put it on one lock. And the reason I'm only gonna do one, not one, I'm gonna do a couple. Basically what I'm gonna do is probably color a couple of my locks and see how long it takes for them to dry in this humid weather, because I feel like this is not a good idea in the humidity, in the humid weather that we're in. So let's see if I can take one and make sure it's like, I'm not gonna go all the way down to the root either. The reason I'm not gonna go down to the root is because the heat in the scalp is probably gonna keep this moist, and you don't want that. So let's check out this texture. But this is the texture of it. So that's the texture. So let's just apply it to the lock and see what we're working with here. We're gonna just put this on. And it seems like you wanna get a good amount on there because you really want it to color the lock. And then once it sits and penetrates, you'll have a beautifully colored lock. It smells really good. I said this earlier before. Now you wanna get a good amount on that one lock. And you see? That's a good amount, and I think you should let it go. Like I said, I'm not going to go to the root, because if I go to the root, there's a lot of heat at your scalp. So you don't want to do that, because then it's going to get, it may never dry as long as that heat is sitting next to your scalp. So we're just going to slowly do a couple of them. I'm doing the ones at the top because I don't want to be messy. I don't want it to be that messy. So we're just saturating this one lock. And it's got a good amount of color on there. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Right? Then we're going to go to the next one. Like, we're going to just do a few, because you kind of don't want the mess. And I want to see how well this dries. And I highly recommend using gloves, because anytime you're dealing with color, you should be using gloves. I've seen girls using their own hands, and it's like, girl, why? I think the key to this and this working is that it's got to dry. And you got to leave it out to dry. Or you can sit underneath, like they said, you can sit underneath a hooded dryer if you. But if you don't have a hooded dryer, I suggest you let it dry on its own. And with all the humidity in this air, it's going to take a while to dry. So let's just have fun and just do a couple of locks like how I'm doing right now. Making sure they set. Maybe we'll do one up in here in the front. Yeah, this stuff is the type of stuff that looks like if it touches anything, it's just gonna stay there. But I heard it rinses really well. So I think that's a plus. So I think this is all I'm gonna do for now. I might do some more. I might even add more color. But for now, this is a fun summery pop that I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at it and I'm liking it. It's a summer pop, right? I'm gonna just make sure that everything dries correctly over time. Like I said, I'm gonna let it sit through the day, see how it goes through at night, see if it transfers, because I'm hearing that it does transfer. That's why I didn't want to do too many. I heard that it does transfer if it doesn't dry. And so we're gonna rock this all day. So it's already dry. They're already dry. And I know they look a little bit crazy, but I didn't want to wait till tomorrow to tell you guys how it turned out. But they're already dry and they're a little bit like crispy, hard, like it's like holding it really good. So yeah, it dried pretty good. So I can go and do more if I want, or I can do another color. So I just wanted to let you guys know I wasn't gonna wait till tomorrow to try to film it again and be like, oh, it dried. Like, no, yeah, we Gucci. We are Gucci. It is dried pretty good. While I was editing this video, I was like, let me just tell y'all how well it dried. So yeah, we're dry, it's good, and yeah, you continue on with the rest of your hair because it dried pretty quick. Maybe the ones that the women were talking about in the video, maybe there were like other brands and stuff like that, but yeah, this dried pretty good. I even went as far as to changing my lip shade, and I'm probably gonna change my blush color too. Like, we're gonna pop it off a little bit. We're gonna pinkify this, and this lip color was perfect. Actually, you can put this lip color on the cheek and blend that out too. So you can add this on just to give it a nice popping pink hue, and to match your braids. You see, like that pop, that took me up a notch. So now you can blend out the blush and use that lipstick as a blush, because when you don't have a blush, this is what we do, right? Isn't that what we do when we don't have a blush? I mean, I don't know if that's what y'all do, but that's definitely what I be doing. That's so much better. See, you really want to pop it off to bring out the hue of the hair. And it looks a little bit crazy right now because honestly, y'all, I feel like this needs dimension. This needs another color to go with instead of just black and that, because it's so contrasting. But again, we're in the experimental phases of this of this color blast. So you know what I'm saying, as time goes on, you'll trial and error. This is my first time. I have no idea what to expect, but that's why you always play by ear. You do a little here, you do a little there, little testing, and then you have fun. All right, y'all, this is the fun color, summer color experiment. This completes this experimental phase of how this color works. I should have waited till tomorrow, but I do think that what you should do is let it dry. So these that are on here now, it's gonna dry, and I can see myself, like, you could saturate it more if you want to get more vibrancy over time. But like I said, I don't want to mess. And plus, I want to see if I can make it through the night without it transferring all over the place. Because I heard that if you saturate the whole head, it takes forever to dry, and it's going to transfer everywhere. And we don't want that. So that's why we're doing a little bit, let it dry, a little bit more, let it dry, a little bit more, let it dry, get a different color. I think this is such a fun thing if you know how to work it. I think this is such a fun product if you know how to work it and you take your time with it. Because if you just put the whole bottle in your head and saturate, in this weather, it's about 90 degrees outside, it's never going to dry. It's never going to dry. And God forbid you go swimming or it rains. It probably would just melt all over you. So, you know, pros and cons, right? But it beats bleaching your hair if you don't want to bleach your hair and then add color on top of it, and you want to preserve the integrity of your locks. So yeah, anybody who's got Microlocs who is looking for a fun pop of color, girl, get you some Color Blast. Get you some Color Blast, because it's fun and they come in so many different colors. So I plan to do so many more colors. Anyway, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you all beautiful people in another video. Peace.